Hey, Ruben Gallego here. Taking a break for paternity leave because there is a lot of concern, and with good reason, about the fact that Republicans are trying to sell our public lands. So what's happening? Right now, Senator Mike Lee from Utah snuck a provision into the big, bad bill that the Republicans are trying to pass to sell a lot of our public lands, especially in Arizona, to the highest bidder with no conditions in order for them to essentially be able to fund their massive tax cuts for the wealthy. Now, you're going to hear all this bullshit about how this land will be sold with consultation with tribes and local communities. None of that is true. None of that's true. It's not in the bill. Not only that, because consultation only means that they're going to talk to them. It doesn't mean they're actually trying to get approval. And for us that are from the West, especially those that enjoy the public lands, for example, I go hiking a lot with my son, Michael, and now, I got 2 more kids. Hopefully when they're able to, they'll be hiking with me too. What they're going to do is they're going to actually sell the most valuable land, which is always the lands that's closest to our cities, that are most accessible to us as public citizens, to the highest bidder. So that land that used to be able to quickly get to, whether it's Sabino Canyon or Mount Lemmon, now will be sold to some, millionaire, billionaire, so they could put their little private estate, what you see a lot in Europe, by the way. And you'll not be able to have access to that property because, again, they're trying to fund their tax cuts for the rich. There's only so much I can do. Obviously, as a U.S. Senator, they're putting it through a process which basically they could pass without any support from Democrats. And there's no real way that we can actually pass it or stop it, I should say. What you need to do is make sure you're calling your Republican members of Congress, especially those in Arizona, and say that you need to vote this down. Get this provision out of this bill at a minimum, because they will take our land. They will take these public lands and they will cut it off from you, from your family, from your kids being able to use it from the future, whether you're a hunter, whether you're a fisher, whether you're a hiker. That's what I mean. And you got to remember, all these East Coast Republicans don't give a damn because most of those states have 0 public lands, right? So, we need to make sure we're putting pressure on the Western Republicans, the congressmen in Arizona, the congressmen in Utah, Colorado, all these other places, because they're the ones that actually understand how important the public lands are to us. It is our inheritance as Americans for us to be able to have access to the land. And there are better ways to do this if you actually want to bring more housing to public lands. But this is not the way to do it. This is a wholesale fire sale of our American heritage just to fund the rich again. So make sure to call your congressman, call your local Republican congressman, and especially tell them that this is not a deal that you want them to be a part of. Thank you.